The American Revolution is one of the most significant events in world history. It marked the birth of the United States and changed the course of global politics forever. But how did it all begin? Why did the American colonies decide to break away from British rule? And how did a group of farmers and merchants manage to defeat the most powerful empire in the world? In this video, we'll explore the causes, key events, and outcomes of the American Revolution, and how the United States gained its independence. To understand the American Revolution, we need to go back to the mid-18th century. At that time, the American colonies were part of the British Empire. They enjoyed a certain degree of self-governance, but were still subject to British laws and taxes. However, things started to change after the French and Indian War, from 1754 to 1763. The war had been costly for Britain, and the government sought to recover its expenses by imposing new taxes on the American colonies. The Stamp Act of 1765 was one of the first major taxes, requiring colonists to pay for an official stamp on all printed materials. This angered many Americans, as they had no representatives in the British Parliament. The phrase, "no taxation without representation," became a rallying cry. The British government continued to impose new taxes, such as the Townshend Acts in 1767 and the Tea Act in 1773, further fueling resentment among the colonists. The situation escalated with the Boston Tea Party in December 1773, when American patriots, disguised as Native Americans, dumped British tea into the harbor to protest taxation. In response to growing resistance, Britain imposed harsh laws known as the Coercive Acts in 1774, which severely restricted the rights of the colonists. This only united them further against British rule. In 1775, tensions exploded into violence at Lexington and Concord, marking the beginning of the American Revolutionary War. Although the British had a powerful army, the American colonists had strong motivations. The Continental Congress, led by figures like John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin, began organizing resistance. In July 1776, they took the boldest step yet. They declared independence. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted. Drafted mainly by Thomas Jefferson, this document laid out the principles of liberty and self-governance. It argued that all men are created equal, and that the British government had violated the natural rights of the colonists. The war for independence, however, was far from over. The British Army, led by General William Howe, launched a major campaign to crush the rebellion. The Americans under George Washington suffered early defeats, but their resilience kept the fight alive. One of the most significant moments came in 1777 at the Battle of Saratoga. The American victory convinced France to join the war as an ally, providing crucial military and financial support. This shifted the balance of power in favor of the Americans. In 1781, the decisive battle took place at Yorktown. British General Cornwallis found himself surrounded by American and French forces and was forced to surrender. This effectively ended the war. The Treaty of Paris was signed in 1783, officially recognizing the United States of America as an independent nation. The war had been won, but the challenges of building a new country were just beginning. The American Revolution was more than just a war for independence. It was a fight for the ideals of democracy, freedom, and self-governance. It inspired revolutions around the world and shaped the future of the United States. What do you think was the most important factor in the success of the revolution? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more historical content.